Alright guys, today we are talking about our favorite upgrades that we've done to our RV.
Baby, you're my all-time favorite drug. Let them keep talking about us, 'cause they don't know, we'll never know.
All of these upgrades won't apply to every motorhome. Obviously, if you have a diesel, you're probably not going to need some of these. You know, different things will apply. But these are some of our favorite upgrades and things that have helped us save money, made our lives a little easier.
And if you're driving an older motorhome, they can make life much easier for you.
Definitely. You really want to pay attention if you have a Chevy P30 chassis or even an older Chevy van. Some of these can really help a lot.
Here is a list of upgrades from our least to our most important for us.
We're going to start with steering bell cranks. A lot of you probably don't know what this is. I researched to find this out. If you have play in your steering, the bell cranks will make it feel probably better than new. I mean, this thing literally drives like a brand new coach. There is literally no play in the steering at all. I also did a Bilstein steering stabilizer shock, and that helps a lot too. When if a big rig goes by or there's gusts of wind, I really don't feel it. I usually drive with one hand. I usually don't need two. It's got to be very, very, very windy or a really, really rough road for me to need two hands, and it's rare.
And if you haven't started your journey yet, let me tell you,
Yes.
You're constantly passing big rigs. It constantly feels like the wind is always blowing at you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
knocking
no matter
you off
which
the
way
road.
you're going, the wind's coming right at you.
I mean, we will be about to leave and it'll be perfect and no wind. And then as soon as we take off and get on the highway, it is windy as can be.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something you need to think about and consider.
And Candace is going to try and drive it again very soon, because she tried to drive it before I'd done these upgrades to the steering, and she was all over the highway. Well, she wasn't all over the highway, but she was jerking that wheel back and forth with all that play. Scared the crap out of me. We got on one exit and got off at the very next exit.
I was terrified. It was rocking like a boat, and I just couldn't get it under control.
Man. You can go back and check that video out. It was pretty funny.
It's pretty scary.
Okay, our next favorite helps us boondock longer, pretty much.
Yeah, which is really important to us.
Yeah.
It's a pain to have to go out and get water or have to figure out how to dump your water if you're staying somewhere in cities or...
Yes, and that is our composting toilet. Now, it also saves a lot of water. You would be amazed how much water you use in a day just flushing the toilet. So yeah, and also I combined our tanks, so we have not quite double gray capacity, but it added quite a bit. So I can actually go get water a couple times and fill our tank up before we actually need to dump. So it saves money on having to dump or find a free dump station. We're not looking as often because we have more room to store it.
And it's not that inconvenient.
Mm-mm.
We really didn't have any clue when we first looked into it what it entailed or what you have to do, but it's pretty cheap.
Very, very easy to change. There's no smell. If you smell anything, it smells like dirt.
Yeah.
You just smell dirt in there. So yeah, it's not a big deal. And a bag of the compost, the peat moss, is like $8 at Walmart, and a bag lasts us about what, 8 months, 10 months?
Yeah, it's a huge
something like that.
Compressed bag.
Yeah.
Of this really light fluffy dirt stuff, so
yeah,
it lasts a long time. Our next favorite upgrade helps us climb the hills, which are more often than you would think sometimes.
A lot of hills out west.
A lot of hills.
Lot.
And yeah, if you want to get to those beautiful places, there's no way around them sometimes. You have to climb.
And that upgrade is the headers. And they also have pretty much paid for themselves in the last year because of the gas mileage that we get now. We're actually getting better than 10 easily. And before we done the headers, we was probably getting 6, maybe 7 if it was like a lot of flat driving. So yeah, they have paid for themselves already. They was only like $500 and I did them myself, so
and
yes.
You want to be able to make it up those hills.
Yes.
It can be very nerve-wracking and scary, and we can pass big rigs on with those new headers now. Yeah.
Pulling our trailer, which is about 4,300 pounds, we can usually cruise up a mountain, a 6.5, 7% grade at about 50 miles an hour. Unless I get caught behind a slower big rig and I can't get over because cars are passing too fast, then we're at the mercy of the big rig as fast as he goes. But normally, if we have a free lane, we can usually pass the rigs and stuff with no problem.
Next best upgrade doesn't always affect everybody. No. It depends on what kind of coach or RV or trailer you're traveling in. But something that drives me crazy is when the TV is set to the side of the couch. If you're just vacationing, this might not be that bad of an issue because you're not in there very long. But if you are living in this vehicle, you do not want to tilt your head to see the TV. It is very uncomfortable.
Oh, it was horrible.
You'll have stiff necks all the time. So
I changed the entire living room pretty much. I took out, we had a big swivel chair, and we also took out half of the dinette, and our living room was open like we have a slide, but we don't have a slide. And we're looking right at the TV, and now it feels like a living room.
Much more comfortable just for hanging out and watching TV all night.
If you live in an RV, then you understand. You know, we live here, so, you know, there's lots of nights where we can't be outside. It gets dark at, you know, what, 4:30, 5 o'clock, it's dark. You know, we can't be outside. It gets chilly. There's not much to do, especially if we're out in the middle of nowhere in the desert. So we need a TV. We watch TV. Not all the time, but we watch our share.
It gets watched.
It gets watched. A lot of times it's on just for background noise for me. I leave it on while I'm working.
Yeah, I leave it on while I'm painting or doing other things.
That actually brings us to our favorite upgrade that I could not imagine living full-time in an RV and not having it.
Yeah, you wouldn't get to just turn on that TV anytime you wanted. Solar panels, guys.
Solar and batteries. That is our favorite. If we ever upgrade again, anytime we change to a different RV, that will always be the very first thing I do is get us power.
Yep.
That is number one.
So if you're saving up to travel in the future, definitely include this in what you're saving for.
Yes. This is not just for boondockers. Even if you just go from RV park to RV park, but you travel a lot, you're going to be stopping at Walmarts for a while. You're going to be stopping at rest areas and eating. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to just flip a switch and you have power? You don't have to sit and run a generator. Every trailer doesn't come with a generator. But if you had some solar and some batteries, you can go in, you can watch TV, you can plug in your things and charge them, you can work on your laptop, you can do anything you want, and no loud generator, no wasting gas. Eventually it will pay for itself. To me, our solar, easily it's paid for itself.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily.
I mean, I can even run my blender, my little magic bullet blender in the middle of the day when the sun's up.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
We can do almost anything we want besides the air conditioner. Pretty much. We could run the microwave, but we don't because you have to have everything off because it draws too much power. And I don't want to zap our batteries like that. So if we need the microwave, we start the generator for a minute.
But, I mean, that's it, pretty much. Other than that, we got power all the time.
All the time.
It's nice to be off-grid and not have to depend on any outside source.
Yes, that's like the favorite thing about it to me is I don't depend on anything else, not even gas. If I try to go to the gas stations and there's no gasoline and they're all closed, or it just spikes and goes up, you know, $10 a gallon, we don't necessarily need it. We would still be able to turn things on, charge things.
Yeah.
Not much would change, and that's pretty cool.
The power of solar.
The power.
Okay, guys, that was our top favorites. these upgrades might not all apply to you, but they are definitely beneficial for us.
Yes. Subscribe below if you haven't, guys. We got a lot of great videos coming out very soon. Hit the little bell so you get a notification.
Yep, leave us a comment.
Yeah, and give us a big thumbs up. It really helps.
Check us out on social media for extra pictures and clips. Twitter's Kelly's RV Travels, and Facebook and Instagram is Camping with the Kellys.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching. Okay, ready?
Sure.
Okay guys, today we are going to talk about our favorite, our top. Oh.
We have a, just say our top.
Oh. I'm not going to say
No, don't say top 5.
Alright, ready?
Or just, okay, go.
Twitter's Camping with the, Twitter's Camping with the, Twitter is Kelly's RV Travels.